Hey guys, going into the second round of a battle for Zendikar draft, and I would like to play first. Oh, well, this is an interesting hand. In the days before the mulligan roll scryed, I would probably actually keep this hand because as long as I draw a land by turn 3, I can search out whatever color I need. But, well, maybe I just convinced myself. No, I don't think I did. I'm on the play too, so yeah, I think I mulligan. Right, this is probably better. It's not a bunch better, but I think this plus getting to scry is probably pretty good, and double nettle drones is also pretty good. So, I would not mind drawing a removal spell. Actually, like our hand, that's one thing our hand's really lacking at this point. So, getting the Demon's Grasp to potentially deal with a threat seems pretty good to me. Vampiric Rites. So he may be up against the rare black-green sacrifice deck that actually came together. I guess we'll have to see if it did. That's usually the only thing Vampiric Rites is worth playing in, but he seems to be black-blue, which is interesting. Ooh, Pilgrim's Eye. That's pretty good. So we're going to play Nettle Drone number 1. So Pilgrim's Eye this time, I think I would get green because we don't have Ruination Guide in our hand like we have had like every other game ever lately. Both games last time we did. We didn't draw it that time. I'm gonna maybe I play the other Nettle Drone first though, because I can just start like, yeah, I can start destroying my opponent's life pretty hard by playing another Nettle Drone. I guess if I'd played Pilgrim's Eye, I could have played Skitterskin next turn for sure, Skitterskin. But I think I can hold off on it and just start pinging my opponent for 2 a turn every time I play a colorless spell. This Overseer loves us, and it has been relevant. We will take 3 here. So he's in the typical colors for the colorless deck. Brood Butcher. Okay, well, now we only have 1 green card and 1 blue card in our deck, so we don't need to be super concerned about getting green any more than blue at this point. All right, Infiltrator. Okay. We will ping him for 1. Okay, so we definitely ping him for 2 here. 17, 16. Then we play our Pilgrim's Eye, untapping both of them. All right, and what do I get here? I mean, I do need 2 green sources to play my only green card, and I need 1 blue source, but I only have 1 blue source in my deck, so I think I go for the island. So that's what we'll do, and I'll end the turn there. Means we can play Skitterskin next turn no matter what. We also have Sure Strike, which could easily come in handy, and we're also 1 mana away from Demon's Grasping something. He may have Merc Strider, which would definitely be annoying, as it always is. He could also have the thing that counters my spells. We did see one of those, the Ulamog's, whatchamacallit, and he has enough things. Ulamog's Nullifier, maybe? If he passes, I think it's super likely as Ulamog's Nullifier. I could try to play around it, I think, and it wouldn't be too bad because I can keep just pinging him and stuff. Okay. Nirkana Assassin. All right. Well, I don't think he has it then, because it would have been a good turn for him to hold up mana to keep me from doing anything. All right, Skimmer, I think I like. It's a good blocker right now. I think I like it more than Skitterskin. I think being able to block is pretty relevant right now. So we're going to ping him twice. And we're going to play Silent Skimmer. He does have an instant speed way to gain life, so he can give that Death Touch. So that is definitely relevant. So do we swing for 1? I think we probably do. Pilgrim's Eye, I don't think is going to be doing any blocking right now. So I think I get in there for 1 with that Pilgrim's Eye. And so we do. Dropping him to 11, and then we can drop him to 9 on our next turn. At the end of his turn, rather. Although he could gain some life between now and then. So that's relevant. If he attacks with everything here. I block the Dominator drone with Skimmer and take 1. He could swing with that too, but I guess he wants to keep some semblance of defense. But yeah, we'll block here. If he has a trick, I think that's a decent trade. All right, so we go to 12. Something else gets ingested. It's a swamp. No big deal. He could have Ulamog's Nullifier. Isn't leaving mana up for it though. If he does, ooh, he may be trying to ramp into something absolutely frightening though. So we're gonna go ping. Ping. I think our opponent might just be dead if we can manage to draw a land right here. No, never mind. We can't ping and play Demon's Grasp. I mean, we can ping once, but well, that makes things interesting. Okay. All right. Well, we play Looming Spires, and I think we use it to pump Pilgrim's Eye. And then I think we ping our opponent twice. And then we play Skitterskin. Okay, so we hit him for 4 here and then ping him for 2. And then we take 3, 4, 6. What happens if I attack with everything? He blocks here. He takes 3, 5, 7, but he can gain a life, so he would still be alive. So it might not be worth it. I mean, if he's only at 1 and I have 2 Nettle Drones in play, though, that seems pretty legitimate, right? I mean, probably should have just used Sure Strike, I guess, but then I wouldn't have done 2 with the Nettle Drones. So this is 2, 4, 7, 10. He can block 1. I guess he would kill one of my Nettle Drones. He could actually sacrifice here and keep... No, his guy can't survive anything. It can actually block 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He could also be playing a Ruin Processor in the near future. That seems really likely, actually, given that he has ramp and that he has life gain and that he has ways of exiling things. I think it's probably just best to swing with our 2 flyers. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do, is swing with the 2 flyers. This way we sort of just see what happens. Our Nettle Drones can drop him pretty low anyway. If he does play a Ruin Processor, we're going to be kind of sad, but we can still attack in the air and ping him. Although next turn we'll only be able to ping once. All right, he chose to do that, which I'm mostly okay with. We can drop him to 2 if he doesn't gain any more life. He also kind of ended up in an interesting deck the same way we did. Oh, looks like he's cracking it. I think I like that. Although he has drawn even more cards, but that means he can't play Ruin Processor right now, which is the card I was most concerned about. Should probably be game at this point. Yeah, it is. All right. Well, guess I should have been even more aggressive, but there was no reason to risk it. I mean, we ended up winning anyway, so... Okay, so what do we side in? Plummet didn't seem that good. Pathway Arrows didn't seem bad. But I think I don't think there's really anything we want to do. Okay. I'm assuming our opponent will play first. Okay, I think this is a keep. 3 of our colors. And Nettle Drone again, who's definitely been MVP. I think this is the first time in a very long time I've ended up with 2 Nettle Drones, and anytime I have, my deck has been pretty awesome. Hey, now we can play Culling Drone early too. I think we do. I mean, I guess I could hold on to it to do 1 more damage with Nettle Drone, but it's probably not worth it. I guess it depends what my opponent does. If he played like a good blocker right there, I would be like, well, maybe that is what I do. Hey, there's Brood Butcher. And we already have the green for him, so that's pretty sweet. But we'll play Culling Drone for now. So we basically have a curve out. If we hit another land, we go turn 2 Culling Drone, turn 3 Nettle Drone, turn 4 Duststalker, and turn 5 Brood Butcher. So that is a pretty aggressive start, and not one I would like being on the other side of, as all of the cards that aren't Culling Drone are cards that are very, very good in Limited. Okay, well, he played a pretty good blocker, but I don't have any problem trading Culling Drone for that either. So there's Kozilek Sentinel, too, because I didn't have enough colorless creatures. All right. So we're going to crack in there for 2. Get the ingest going. Dominator Drone. Okay, don't mind hitting that too much. Yeah, I'll go ahead and play this Forest. And I will play Nettle Drone. And I'll end my turn. Nettle Drone is just so good. I had him on my list of best red commons. But I think I don't even remember if I had him number 1 anymore. And I think he has outdone what I thought he would do at all. I may have had him number 1 though. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I did the limited review for this set. All right, well, if he decides to swing here, I mean, we feel pretty good about that. Yep, I feel pretty good about that because we play Duststalker here and we swing for 10, dropping him down to 9 all of a sudden. And actually, we also get to ping him for 1. So, and there's the mana we need for our Brood Butcher. So, all right. So we do that, and then we do this, and we do a bunch of damage. Nettle Drone's actually going to get in there. I haven't done a lot of that, unless it's been an alpha strike. But this isn't one, and we're doing it. So drops him to 8. We had a swamp, and we end the turn. So next turn we play Brood Butcher. Another ping, and seems like we're in pretty great shape. I mean, we can kill this with our Brood Butcher's ability, so, and that may be what we end up needing to do because it's going to be hard to swing through it. Now that now that we suddenly have this much damage, I doubt he keeps swinging. But I can keep swinging with Culling Drone, basically, so without really caring what happens to him. So if he doesn't play another blocker, we feel pretty good. Actually, I also have Sure Strike, so I can basically swing with everything. And maybe I do that. Maybe I swing with everything here. See what he plays. Silent Skimmer. Okay. Well, that's a nuisance. Make swinging with Culling Drone less practical. Okay, there's our Shatter Skull Recruit. Okay, so I could swing with everything and then use Sure Strike to take down the Familiar, which doesn't seem bad. I think that may be what I do for now. So I'm going to play Kozilek Sentinel in my first main phase just so I can get in for 1. I actually probably won't swing with Nettle Drone anyway. So, and then I will play this Sentinel, which untaps our Nettle Drone. And then I'm going to swing with the Duststalker and the Culling Drone. Nettle Drone will stay back because he's pretty good at keeping a life gain deck in check. And I wouldn't lose him, I guess. So maybe I should have swung with him. Okay, so I think we definitely take down the Familiar. It's more of a problem. So that's what we're going to do. I should have swung with my Nettle Drone too. I don't know what I was thinking he could do with 1 blue mana. I was thinking he might have a trick, but I definitely should have swung with Nettle Drone 2 there, because the worst case scenario was he gets blocked by the Malakir Familiar, and we get to drain our opponent. We get to take away more life from the opponent anyway, because he would have been taking another creature. So, a creature. He didn't take either of them. So his hand has 3 cards in it, and he has a lot of mana. He can't really swing here safely, though, unless he has some good removal. And that's pretty good removal. And we know he has Vile Aggregate in his hand. Oh, that actually doesn't work, because Vile Aggregate, when it's in his hand, has Star for power. But we know he has it now. He can play it right now, so I think he probably does. Yeah, he does. All right. Well, That also slows our roll, but our Dust Stalker can still crack some skulls. Oh, well, and Complete Disregard solves most of that problem. So I'm going to ping him for 1. And I'm going to use Complete Disregard. We may not even have to play our Brood Butcher. So we'll use Complete Disregard. Everybody, well, one guy gets pumped and another guy untaps. And that's pretty much game, barring something incredible. Yeah, having Titan's Presence in your deck when you're running both Silent Skimmer and Vile Aggregate, especially if he has multiples, I don't know if he does, is a bad idea. Just so you know, because you already have only so many colorless creatures in your deck, and then if 2 have 0 power. So, yeah, our opponent says, nice constructed deck. He's right, our deck is pretty powerful. But we just went with the colors that were open, including dipping into green the way we did. Although green hasn't done anything for us so far. I mean, we did have this Brood Butcher ready to do what it needed to do, but it didn't need to. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the finals, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.